What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to FBA Capital. And today I'm bringing you guys another weekly market breakdown on none other than NAS100. And without further ado, let's get right on into this weekly market breakdown. So we're going to start off on the higher time frame weekly market analysis that I did from last week. As you guys know, last week we traded into this bearish order block at around the 13,000 big figure level right up here, and we created a high of the week, and then the low of the week was right here. So as you can see, before this happened, all we had was where was it? Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, right here. Pretty sure this was the 5th? The 2nd. Okay, this was way before the week opened. So the week opened up here. We were trading into this order block. We had a bearish move. So at this point, I was anticipating that price was more than likely going to keep rejecting 12,800 to 13,000 big figure level, along with that bearish market, the bearish order block, because based off of higher time frames, weekly, monthly, we were pretty bearish. So what was I targeting? Simply, I was targeting the weekly low from last week, looking to fill in these fair value gaps all the way down to around this 11,900 to 12,000 area. And as you can see, this week, price broke that low on the 7th, which was Tuesday. We broke the low. Wednesday had a small move. Thursday is where we start to push down, start to trade into these fair value gaps, and then from here price continued to fill in all these gaps. So now what are we going to do? Simply, we're going to do all this analysis all over again. So now we're going to start off by marking up our weekly highs and weekly lows. So right over here, I look at a piece of hair in my mouth. Right here, we got the weekly high. Let's get that in here. We got the weekly high. Right down here, we have the weekly low. So based off the fact that we were bearish, I'm more than likely going to be targeting the previous week's low once again. Doesn't mean it's going to get tapped into, but based off of probabilities, I know that there's a higher chance that price is going to make the run for this area. So now let me also look like this. First thing I noticed is we did have a rejection of this order block all the way down here at some point a week ago. 3 weeks ago, we had a reaction here. So we're going to see how price reacts here. There is a chance that price could potentially keep trying to hold this 12,000 big figure level, because keep in mind that's where price is right now, around this 12,000 area. So we're just accumulating orders right now. So there is a chance that price is going to make a run below to clear these lows. That could definitely happen. Or let's mark up the 50% of this order block. There could be a chance that price wants to go to the 50% to run the liquidity of those previous wicks to continue moving higher. That's a potential chance, even though it did look like it tapped it before. Or price is going to run the liquidity and target the lows below this order block, and we're going to continue with this bearish trend. That could also easily continue to happen. So as of right now, I am bearish, looking to target the weekly low. So let's go to that daily time frame now. What do I think could potentially happen? Price, in my opinion, is going to have a reaction around this order block. So what I think is going to happen, I think we will have a pullback early in the week, potentially fill in this gap, or maybe even come a little bit higher to fill in a gap up here, before then trading lower to clear these lows. Because I do think price is going to remain bearish, in my opinion. I don't know how long we're going to remain bearish, but I do know that I am bearish. So let me mark up these fair value gaps so I can have an area to watch for price to retrace into. So we'll see. That's currently what I'm anticipating, and also we could have a reaction right off the low of this order block right down here. There's a lot of reason for me to believe that price is going to continue bearish. It's just only a matter of time. We're going to let price show us what it wants to do. So based off of that, now I'm going to be going to my lower time frame analysis for the intraday, what I think is going to happen intraday. So we're going to go to the 15-minute time frame, get our midnight opens, just like that. We're going to do a little markup for Friday. So we're going to mark up Friday's previous day's highs and previous day's lows. But let me do that by getting off this magnet, because this magnet will be fucking me up. We got the previous day's high right up here. Boom. We got the previous day's low all the way down here. As you can see, it was a bearish day, so we're going to more than likely be anticipating price to run the liquidity below the previous day's low, considering how close we are to it, and considering how far we are from the previous day's high, and just based off of probabilities, one bearish day is more than likely going to create another bearish day. So I'm also going to be annotating the previous day's highs and lows, because I'm going to be drawing a fib from the high to the low to anticipate where price might likely retrace into. Because if you remember, based off that higher time frame analysis, I do think we will get a retracement before we have a major drop. So we have these potential fib levels that I'm going to be looking at for for price to potentially retrace into. And also, that's not it. You also got to look at other things in price, such as price levels, like right up here at this fib short. We also have in confluence 12,200 big figure level. And right down here around this 38.20%, we also have this 12,000 big figure level. So there's going to be these two areas are where I'm ideally going to be looking for price to retrace into. If you go back to that higher time frame analysis I had to see where that was, the higher time frame over here, this area in price is 12,5, I'm going to say 12,570 to 12,330. So 12,570 is 12,330. 12.5, that's significantly higher. 12.530, 12.370. Yeah, we'll see. We honestly got to see. We're also going to keep in mind that we have this major move up here, and this is all just a big swing of this move too. So I'm also going to pull a fib up here to this low, just to potentially anticipate where price might retrace to. And I'm also looking at where these fib lows are also aligned. So this 38.20% from this bigger fib is in confluence with this area also. But this is going to be an area that I'm really watching out for, this 12,200. And also we have this fib right above these highs, which could also lead to price coming back into this what area? Like the higher time frame, like I was saying, from 12,330, 12,560. So right in here, we have 380 to 560, which is all the way up here. So ideally, we'll see what happens. I'm going to be majorly bearish, but I'm either going to look to get a sell off of 12,000, or I'm going to be looking to get a sell off of this 12,200 area, or I'm going to wait for price to run the liquidity above these highs since we have a drop above that. Overall, I'm simply just going to be waiting for retracements. I'm not going to be forcing any trades in the market. I'm just going to let the market come to me, and just based off of probabilities and what I'm seeing from the day before, and based off of what London session does, that's what's going to that's what's going to lead me to wanting to get into a trade or buy or sell. It's not going to be based off of this right here. This is all my higher time frame and lower time frame analysis, but until I get the certain signatures and price that I look for specific setups, that's not going to lead me to take a trade just off that. So with that being said, hopefully this video was helpful in any way, shape, or form. This was a little bit of a shorter video. I just wanted to give you guys my overall brief analysis on what I'm personally expecting for this week. I am bearish, like I've said multiple times, but we will see what happens. Doesn't mean it will be bearish. That's just personally what I'm expecting. But with that being said, hopefully everyone enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And also, just stay active. We just hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm going to be trying to get way more active. I'm looking to move in the coming month or two. So I'm going to be pumping content crazy. So with that being said, appreciate everyone for being here. Stay productive. Let's have a good week.